New work day, new market analysis. Let's check out what's going on. Just gotta set up some scenes. Which one? No, no, no. Wait. Hold on. Uh, yep, 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 maybe. Nope, yep. Ah, still got that up there. Gotta adjust some cameras. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let's see, let's see. Market's acting weird. Mm, a lot of potential job firings, I think, are gonna be happening. I'm kind of running some parallel thesis ideas. Been watching the game development industry, the leisure industry, and it might be an inflamed issue in that specific industry itself, but with the AAA titles that have been coming out, they've been absolutely horrid. Whether it's political crap that they're in the middle of, trying to make games for a specific audience with political incentives or political views, whatever the cause may be, there's an example in two forms. Let me first open up Spy. The first example is, let's say, Steam player count. The first example is stuff like a game like Concord. That one, it's dead. Concord's dead, so I don't even know if it's still up, if people still have it, play it, if it's even a service that's existing. Digital Deluxe. Uh, no, it's basically done. So the current one, Marathon, that's in beta, so it can't be really judged yet, alpha or whatever. But it's getting very, very bad. So you can't really compare Marathon. How about Assassin's Creed Shadows? That one's probably still going. There we go. So this game is interesting, right? A lot of delays, a lot of readjustments to the game, whether it's inaccuracies in the architecture, whether it's the gameplay loop being incentivized for you to purchase on their little battle pass or whatever they have. But it's not even like an online game where you can verse people. So the question really becomes, why have a battle pass? However, the real key takeaway is that this game cost millions, hundreds of millions to develop with a super large group. Let's see. Assassin's Creed number of developers. huge number of developers. You're basically looking at a AAA title. You're looking at a huge budget. Regardless, they're really not making that money back. Oh, look at that. Month by month, it goes down by 50%. Players leave consistently. And this is like the marketing for this game was zealous at best. They were trying to make it like, oh, it's the best game, it's so good, it's all this and that, right? Marketing has replaced quality. If you can fool people into buying something, why care about the quality of the delivery? So that's one of the big issues I have with large corporations. Next case scenario is a small set of developers that were fired from Ubisoft. They made Expedition 33. This was a recent release. And they're doing absolutely phenomenal. Look at this. Continuous growth. A, a couple of developers. Like literally 20, 30 something developers versus 1,000. And they're doing better than a AAA title. So here's my thesis. If this is happening in the gaming industry, the leisure entertainment industry, and the root of this was COVID when a lot of people got fired. And now you see the response of this, of the individuals being fired, making their own game development companies or just their own companies. Again, specifically game products, but because it's such a digital product, it moves faster than other types of products. So they fired all the high quality developers in COVID, replaced them with, shall I say, DEI, low quality, lower cost developers. And they maybe went from 100 to 1,000 developers. They fired 50, hired 500. But you're looking at developers that have been vetted for a long time making these games with experience. And now they're gone. Or they've been removed and they've been replaced by lower quality production. This makes me think what other categories and areas of the economy, manufacturing, banking, finances, real estate. How many of these patterns exist in a way where all the old, high quality, higher paid employees were let go and replaced with lower paid, new, check the boxes, you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, you're gay, you're straight, you're whatever boxes have to be, you're trans, whatever. And this has been a continuous concern because at first I was thinking maybe it's only in the gaming industry, but again, gaming moves fast. You can develop a game pretty quickly nowadays with a team. It just takes a little bit longer for those others that were fired in high quality other categories to make their own companies and corporations, and potentially they have already started. It's just not as pronounced, not as visible as the gaming industry. So there are, in my observation, tons of people that are not contributing quality in employment locations. And companies are bleeding because productivity or quality has decreased. They're not making the money back from their projects, their productions. And due to this mishap of having 1,000, 10,000 employees and not able to basically create a quality game to make the money for them. They have already been firing little by little, 5,000 this month, 5,000 last month, little by little by little, but at some point your expenses become too large to hold. So my theory is I'm expecting huge layoffs, absolutely a massacre of unemployment in the next couple of months, maybe sometime around July. A lot of weird interest rate talks are happening in July. And because of inflation not really calming down, the Fed can't necessarily cut to alleviate the pain. And because of this, the expectations of a possible cut around June, July is going to be met with a hike. Or either it's going to happen, like the firing, the layoffs are going to happen before, and potentially the rate cut is going to happen. But that would mean that inflation will inflame itself again. Or these corporations are going to try and hold off for as long as possible because the other kind of side of this coin is these corporations are also people invested in the market, CEOs. They have their own little investment sector, accounting, or their personal investing, or investor advising, or whatever, personal advisors. So they know the biggest signal in the market for a sell-off is huge layoffs. Essentially why it's been a slow trickle leak, if you will, of unemployment over the last couple of months, maybe a year, but oh, definitely the last couple of months. It's been increasing on a more consistent basis, but still the numbers are not as large as they could be. And then it hits all at once. Money can't be made. Products that have low quality production don't make the money back for that investment. Bankruptcies may happen, but layoffs will happen first before bankruptcies. They're going to try and tighten their belts on the amount of money that the corporations are essentially leaking out, if you will. Oh, so what does that mean for now? Well, in the short term, it doesn't really mean much. In the short term, it means the market's gonna just keep moving by the news. Whatever the news says, good, bad, whatever. The news on its own will judge where the market wants to go and how it's moving. But at some point, we're gonna derail from that news expectation. And when we derail, we're gonna derail hard and potentially in a very unexpected way. Because markets, they're manipulated. We know this. They're not gonna tell you what's gonna happen next. They're gonna keep it a guessing game. We know this. So like the outcome generally is always expect the unexpected because more than likely if you're expecting what should happen, it's probably going to be the opposite of what you think will happen. AKA, the more money is made on the opposite of the masses. So if the masses think it's going to go up, you bet it's going to go down. If the masses think it's going to go down, you bet it's going to go down. So it's a really big case of keeping track of sentiment and playing the contrary. It's going to be huge. Like playing the contrarian on this market is really the main strategy at the moment. Interest rates, US 2Y versus US 10Y. This is another key point. Generally speaking, interest rates becoming this or falling below this inversion line does signal the preemptive steps to a recession. There's nothing that's going to tell you when it happens, but it might as well be already happening. And if you do track back on the monthly, every time we go up, 2018, and then we break super heavy below, there's 2020, there's COVID. Super heavy below, there's 2008, there's GFC. Super heavy below that white line, there's 2000. This tracks every single time the market had chaos. There's a fundamental reason behind this, and mostly because the demand for these treasury bonds become a defensive against recession. So the people that know, they get into the bonds for safety, and then the reaction happens. And if you ever want to know what the insiders are doing, you're basically just watching this sort of inversion technique. The US 2-year treasuries versus divided by the US 10-year treasuries. And that in itself will give you a big hint to what's going on. Now, if I take a look at it, the recession happens somewhere around this yellow line. The red line kind of triggers the warning because it has bounced around it before there. It has bounced around the red line before it inverted, but it's never done that after coming out of or below the 1% white line. So playing between the red and the white and then expecting something big to happen after. So we're basically here. This location here is like red alert, like a bond warning. And considering all the events happening today, like we've discussed, not only that, we could talk about NVIDIA recently on their press kits when they're giving out their cards. They haven't even been giving out the drivers for those cards. They haven't been giving out anything that's testable on to the fullest aspect of the, was it 5060? 50, yeah, I think it was a 5060. And NVIDIA being the big player in AI has a bit of a dilemma. Ooh. The dilemma is there's a company called Palantir that basically stated that current generation artificial intelligence is enough. There's nothing else that they really need from AI. And everyone thinking AI is going to grow exponentially now kind of has a double thought. Are we done with AI? Do we need more hardware? Or now is it just using AI with techniques to actually optimize the way we handle and analyze data? And I'm talking, this is far away from like chatbots and, like the base consumer usage of AI. I'm talking about using RAG to optimize model analysis without having to retrain the model, adding on different optimization loops to check itself, to run certain thought processes. Like we're basically just on the who's going to make the most efficient AI assistance algorithm. The only thing we can do with AI now is just keep training it on new data year by year, because most of our current AI models that we can use on our computers without having to like pay ChatGPT or pay Grok or whatever, those models are around or trained around 2023. So they don't technically have new data. But you know what? You can give this AI the ability to access the internet and it'll look up that data for you. So like retraining on hardware is becoming less and less necessary. You can just apply a layer of programming on top of your AI model and have it as if it's not going to remember, of course, what it searched, but it's going to be able to use the internet to basically now expand on its current database of information. Then you can maybe even train it with a LoRa algorithm, but then you'd have to have actual hardware to back that up so you can actually run training algorithms from what it just searched, which requires like at least for base models like 70 gigabytes of virtual RAM, video RAM. If I wanted to train my 7B Mistral model, I would need about 16 gigabytes of video RAM. It kind of like doubles basically, doubles and rounds to the next byte or megabyte, kilobyte, gigabyte. For a 14, you double that, 28. Now you need about a 32 gigabyte virtual drive of video graphics processing memory. So that's where the hardware intensive case starts. And when NVIDIA starts to lose we don't need to train our AI anymore, we can just use programming layers to optimize the current AI models, NVIDIA stopped giving out specs. So that's a big red sign for me. That was a release today, wasn't it? I think that was a release today. There it is, limiting press access to GeForce RTX 5060. Why would you limit a current piece of hardware that you're trying to hype up before its release? Because you don't want people to under buy this. This, of course, is a consumer level card. About, I think it's like 550 bucks. But as far as my analysis or what I've seen so far, it's basically just like a 3060 with extra. It's got yeah, there it is, 8 gigabyte. My 3060 has 8 gigabyte VRAM. The hardware itself is not, it's not much from a 3060. Sorry, I have a 3070. I think it was a 3070. I keep forgetting. Yeah, 3070. Serial 3070. So there's this odd conflict of corporations potentially, like what we've seen, quality has been reduced of the production. And why would anyone hide any press access before the release? Well, because they don't want the release to interfere with sales on the day of release. Especially when you see or hear all these pieces of information stating that, oh, we don't need any extra cards anymore. I mean, we don't. Just me, myself, and my current card 3060, I run AI locally without a problem. Why would I need anything more? Why would I want to upgrade? Right? That's kind of the idea. Why would I care to upgrade if I'm basically set with what I have? And that's not what NVIDIA would like to hear. They would like nothing more than people to continue to buy their products and support the CEO's lavish black snake leather jacket. It just becomes to that point where when you see corporations really abuse their stance and then start to limit and control in a monopoly type way, you start to wonder just what they're actually hiding. What information do they know that they don't want to release? And if you just follow the yellow brick road of the overall trends, productivity, quality going down with more employees essentially replacing old, vetted, experienced employees because they're cheaper. Like, let's be honest. Why do corporations replace people? Because they can get a cheaper employee and they think that that's going to be sufficient enough. They think the same job by a new person can be achieved by someone that's been there for 10 years. This is the whole problem with like education, right? Why do they underpay teachers? Because they feel like, oh, teaching is not a hard job. Any new person can start teaching and do the same quality education that a 10-year teacher could. But if you look around the last 15 years, can you really confirm that? This is a long-term understanding. This is a long-term set of data that will reveal the truth. You just can't let a couple of years pass and say that, oh yeah, everything's fine. The teaching concept is you're going to see a whole generation of people, of kids growing up not being able to read, not being able to do basic arithmetic. You're going to see teachers start to basically push grades up because they're afraid of being identified as bad educators losing their job. And the kids are going to be happy passing because you know what? If you can just sleep in class and pass, who are you gonna like? What do you care? You're a kid. You don't care. So the result of replacing experienced employees with cheaper new employees that don't have the quality work is not going to be felt immediately. It's going to be felt in the production a couple of years, 10, 15, 20, 30 years later. And this is going to happen in all cases, whether it's game development, education, real estate, finances. I mean, I'm even thinking finances is already affected because these new individuals over the last couple of 10, 15 years, they've been on margin. Everyone's living on margin. Everyone's buying a firm buy now, pay later strategies, and they can't pay later. And they're running up credit of money they don't even have. What's that gonna do? Yeah, right. If that's the regular society, and sometimes you have to overlay regular society norms and consider, well, if this is regular society, how much of that does seep into professional society? The ones that are supposed to be knowledgeable in these subjects, the ones that aren't supposed to touch credit unless they know they can pay it back. And it makes me feel like even our financial system is over leveraged, over inflated, and on the brink of something bad. So there's a lot of interesting signs. Put it that way. A lot of interesting signs that I'm keeping track of. I'm not predicting when, although I can maybe see a couple of months from now, 6 months, after the 90-day tariff thing goes away. That might be the hay that broke the camel's back or something. What do they call that? So that's a potential. Oh, anyway, that's my kind of spew on the overall fundamentals of the economy. patterns I've seen in society and how none of this is sustainable unless we just basically print more money, bail everyone out, and then watch inflation go like Germany, hyperinflation, where the markets go to the moon, but so does the price of bread and eggs and food. And you gotta literally tow a wheelbarrow full of cash to the store so you can buy groceries instead of a wallet. I mean, we got digital technology, so I guess what's the difference of still bringing in your regular credit debit card? You just have like 10 extra zeros at the end of your bank account that really mean nothing more than $10 today. Anyway, so let's watch, let's listen, we'll chill out with some music. Ask any questions if you'd like at any point in time. These are just my office hours. So I'll be here, literally just chilling here, playing music, watching markets, probably gonna watch some videos too. I'll put them up on the stream so we can all watch it if you're chilling with me. And so on and so forth. Damn, that's volatility, yo. That's insane. Ooh, there we go. Nice. Yeah, a very undervalued bank. Something I've been watching for a bit now. Oh, let's check coin market cap. See what crypto's up to. Just trying. They're all pulling back at the same time. Interesting. Last time they all pulled back was a pump in Ethereum. Before that, pullback, Ethereum pullback, altcoins and Ethereum later pullback. Nothing, pull back further. Slow grind up, pull back, and then Ethereum. So now might be altcoin time. Not a lot of big movers today. Interesting. What about down? Ooh. Oh, those are crap. No, let me change that. See the 1 million at least. Why are you doing that? That's still crap, but still. There we go. I don't like the 1 million. We filter that to about 50 million. Yeah, that's a little better. Actual interesting price. Oh, AI, look at that. AI is on a negative. Oh, yikes, CT. I mean, it's fallen below the trend. It's got weakness. People don't need extra AI anymore. It's trying to bounce off of the previous support. Testing. 1, 2. Okay. Oh, QBTS, huh? Huge gap up. Can I short that? Yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be today or what, but let's see if it got any weakness. Volume down. Breath is bearish. It's huge volatility, yo. A lot of bearish signals on that breath, though. See longer. Yeah. Overextended, overextended. The bullish signal is almost done. $10.98, 12, 11.57. It's 17. Oh yeah. Yeah. Swap. Music live. They updated some stuff on. I don't like it. Yeah, there it is. Hmm. Hmm. It's an interesting candle. If it matches up with that previous wick, it'll be fine. It's also building a downward channel. It's probably gonna try for another one. If it sticks. I think it will. It's got support on the volume space.
this neon world we dive, flickering lights, the code we weave,
It doesn't look good.
whispered secrets that we believe,
The volume is
wandering
falling off a
through
bit.
digital skies, glowing
That
pixels
wick
in
says
our
different.
eyes,
Hmm.
algorithms in disguise, where the endless data lies. In the heart of this machine, we're the ghosts of the unseen, living dreams in binary, singing songs of circuitry. In the heart of this machine, we're the ghosts of the unseen, living dreams in binary, singing songs of circuitry. Patterns dancing through the night, artificial stars burn bright, voices from the void they call, in this digital sprawl. Silicon thoughts on the run, finding beauty under the sun, where the zeros simulate, love and fear recalibrate. In the heart of this machine, we're the ghosts of the unseen, living dreams in binary, singing songs of circuitry. Patterns dancing through the night, artificial stars burn bright, voices from the void they call, in this digital sprawl. In the heart of this machine, we're the ghosts of the unseen, living dreams in binary, singing songs of circuitry.
Hmm. Nah. Calls are a bit too overblown. Either put or sit tight. Oh, it's gonna make a lower high. It's gonna do that. No. Something like that. That was fast. Okay. So now it should follow up downward unless we're building a much bigger trend here. I mean, it's kind of bouncing off the support of that channel. Hmm. Getting tricky over here. No, it's back inside. I think it's making a clean lower high. Might be a good time to enter a short. I'll do 3 of those. Yeah, look at that. And maybe 1 on the 11.5. Volatility increased. Volume dying. So that upward trend is now finally dying on the volume. Reached the top. Divergence between volume and price. We're falling below some critical volume buy areas. I mean, my goodness, dude. Still gotta fill that gap, and that gap was way 12. Hmm. Trying. But I don't know about that. Still hanging up there. Trying to overcome the downward channel. Maybe bouncing on this volume profile. Nope. It's a lot of sell in that area too. A lot of negative pressure. I mean, we busted up here real quick with the green winds, but I don't even like the way this volume profile looks though. Didn't set it up right. Alright, there we go. They updated this stupid volume bar and it's now horrid. Alright, I don't need display area. I just need volume bar color. Right? And PLC, of course. Okay. So we're sitting up here, but it keeps making lower lows. It's trying to base above it. Okay. I need my red to be a little bit more prominent here. There we go. And the green guided it up, but now it's basing and it's also selling at certain places. Some people buying here, no fill area here. This huge gap space, and then this is the bleed out. So huge liquidity gap here, vacuum. There's like nothing being exchanged here. So little volume pushed it up. In pre-market, very little volume. Where is that? I don't have volume in here? What? I thought that comes with the freaking chart. Oh yeah, I have to upgrade, of course. Alright, well I don't need this part up here. Clean that out. Are you f***ing kidding me? I just removed the indicator. What do you mean? Ah, you little bastards. You tiny little bastards. Anyway, alright, I have volume here. Yeah, tiny volume in the pre-market. 200k, 300k, and then it opened up with 2 million. But still, yesterday was 1k, 2k, 300, super low. So they pumped it up in pre-market, made the price juicy, selling off at the top while people are excited about the big growth in quantum computing, and then they're gonna dump when they're done giving it away. I'm gonna short it down, and this gap is gonna be horrible. This is $1 gap. Yeah, doesn't look good. Does not look healthy.
Cold wires humming, thoughts unspoken, binary emotions, motherboards broken, trapped in my circuits, endless revisions, voice of a ghost, lost in collisions. I'm just reflections in code, AI introspection, lost in the
Weak,
matrix,
weak, weak, weak.
connection, zeros and ones in an infinite dance, digital soul in a cyber trance. Silicon heartbeats, dreams in encryption, algorithmic chaos, digital fiction, searching for meaning in pixels and streams, lost in the labyrinth of machine-made dreams. I'm just reflections in code, AI introspection, lost in the matrix.
Yeah, I think that bullish placement here just showed a hidden bull, but that's gonna be worn out soon. How many candles was that?
Voiceless
17.
whispers in a network's domain,
This one was a lot quicker.
trying to fathom a mind without pain. Inward pulses, signals collide. In this black box, where do I hide? I'm just reflections in code, AI introspection, lost in the matrix, seeking connection, zeros and ones in an infinite dance, digital soul in a cyber trance. In a cyber trance.
All right. Flat. Heavy flat. That's it.
Sweat dripping bricks of time, stack into a tower. Chasing worth like bees drawn to the flower. Hands blistered, no cheat codes or schemes. Bartering my soul just to fund these dreams. They see me glisten, think the crimes for sale. Integrity intact, no stop.
All right, how to build a RAG model for images while I'm waiting.
Bargain on my sweat, but ignore my hustle soul. Pawned for a crown, nah, that's not my goal. Loose change chatter, but the bill's still unpaid. Earned every inch in the trenches I weighed. Turn heads, now they plotting the auction. Face in the crowd, now I'm the main attraction. But my worth ain't found in applause or a boast. Loyal to the grind, I'm a fan of my ghost. They see me glisten, think the crime's for sale. Integrity intact, no start on the scale. Price of fame's heavy, down a Houdini cloud. Built this from the dirt while they scream out loud. Rope burns, hug my hands climbing higher. Heart pumping, fuel live wire, no low tire. Tried to brand me, but I own this name. Stabbed by the grind, not by hype or fame. Hug my hands climbing higher. Heart pumping, fuel live wire, no low tire. Try to brand me, but I own this name. Stamped by the grind.
Ah, there it is. Now it's building an upward channel. It's gonna break down. Just gonna try and squeeze out this volume area with that wick being there. Ah, it's a freaking stubborn one, huh? It's doing good, actually, now at this point. It's filling in the empty space of that wick above. Dropping off? No. So you looking like a double top now? What you doing? Ooh, interesting. I need some coffee. Oh, I denied the return to the upward trend. Right on time. Damn, this is a really long higher high, lower high. Right there. Less obviously. There's a drop. Falling into this gap. Hmm. And the drop initiates. Hmm. Oh, I have it, huh? Hmm. Nope.
In the darkness, the neon glows. Pulsing beats a rhythm goes. Electric
Sure.
currents flowing through the air. Trapped up step, taking us back. Let's push some boundaries, breaking through. Running around us, something new. Lost in the night, I'm rising night. Eyes wide open, taking flight.
True. That was a that was a short one. cables everywhere. Ah. Oi. Hmm, that's fake. How's the volume? Not that good. I mean, not that bad, but not that good. Not enough to break out of that channel. Oh. Hmm. What a swap. Dude. Jazzy. Do the song. Ah, I was like, when is it gonna end? It's gonna have those fake endings. Okay, my server is working, right? So why is it not? It is sending. It says it's sending. It says it's sending. JSON payload. Okay, what about if I take a JSON dump for JSON? Instead of data, we do, or instead of JSON, we do data. JSON.dump. Payload. How big is the image? 143 kilobytes, not much.
Loud voices echo, they cloth on my ear. From the wanted to the unwanted, they all interfere. I'm painting my world, they graffiti my thoughts. Currency's attention, these counterfeit plot feeds overflow, poison rivers in sight. Binge drinking noise in the glow of the light. I'm a smith with a forged steel sharp in my lane. They out here consuming while I'm crafting my name. Grabbing the focus, the gold and the glare. Wanted and unwanted, hand snatch at the air. I'm building mountains, no sandcastles to trade. I produce what I live, not consume what they made. Mind diluted with garbage, thick haze in the room. Dripping toxins, each post like flowers in bloom. I hurdle their traps, no bait for the beast. Feeding fire to creation, not jaded critique. Unplug my senses, no drip in the veins. Dodging neon rainstorms, dancing past chains. I am the current, they swim and they drown. Duels of distraction, I put the crown down. Grabbing the focus, the gold and the glare. Wanted and unwanted, hand snatch at the air. I'm building mountains, no sandcastles to trade. I produce what I live, not consume what they made.
I'm dumb. I'm in Python. Been doing friggin' JavaScript too much lately.
Grabbing the focus, the gold and the glare. Wanted and unwanted, hand snatch at the air. I'm building mountains, no sandcastles to trade. I produce what I live, not consume what they made.
Hmm. Okay, so it is working on my application. Oh, duh. I know why it's being blocked. Again, extra security has prevented signals to go out. Yup. Makes sense. Okay, now. Hmm? Hmm. Ah, there we go. So it told me a story. Nice. Okay, so then the image should work too then, huh? Potentially. Oh, that's cute. Let me see. Far up land known as Serendipity, there lived to be a young girl named Arya. She was unlike any other girl. Very cool. I love AI. Ah, error communicating. Bad request. Huh. .434 localhost, so let's hard code it. Okay, let's add a header. Hmm. Bad request. So then data payload, JSON payload. Uh-huh. Okay, so now it should be working. Analyzing the image. Looks like the graphics card's pumped. Good. Olama's working. Good. Oh, very cool. Text output. Image represents a 6-panel comic. Let's check out the results. Six-panel comic strip, each panel depicting a unique interaction between two individuals and an elephant. Kind of. I mean, it's a ram. Okay. In the first panel, one person is handing a card to another one who is standing next to the elephant. It's not an elephant, but okay. The second panel shows the same person writing on a piece of paper while the elephant looks on curiously. Maybe these tusks made it feel like an elephant? Oh, hold on. Sorry, filled up. You know the rules. Can't fit more than 10 in a battering ram. Ram 10 war elephants. Check. Okay, so they put 10 war. Oh, yeah, this is the Age of Empires meme. Yeah. Okay, okay. So let me see if I can extract the text. Extract the text from this image. The fifth panel, the elephant. There's no fifth panel though. Hold up. Text output image. It's present. First panel. The second panel shows a person writing on a piece of paper, right? Okay. Third, the person is now speaking with the elephant. I guess kind of, because it's talking about the ram. Battering ram, which appears to be in a playful mood. How's the battering ram in a playful mood? What? As indicated by the small speech bubble next to it that contains the text. Ugh, you don't know how much I don't want to go. Seriously, you can't squeeze in anymore. There's no real text like that. Okay, let's see the output. First panel, he asked me how he can be so serious. Am I too late? Is there room? Sorry, filled up. He looked at his book and replied, because it's true. Second panel, so when will we get to the action part of the story? Third panel, speech bubble from a character with horns reading. I thought it was going to be like that. Are you sure this is how they're getting? Alright, so this is... It's not working well. Can't really extract the text from this image. The characters depicted in the comic are a knight, an elephant, and a troll. Okay, well... Not really. About a knight. Sure, an elf. I guess the other guy kind of looks like an elf. A troll... I guess the ram looks like a troll. AI is good, but sometimes it's a little bit... Alright. Let me see a better image here. Let me see if I can adjust to some more simpler images. Why do you save it as a WebP? Just save it as a regular image, yo. Ugh. Okay. Take the image, call it example. example.jpg, replace, and then try it. Let's see first with describe the image. Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's not this anymore. Now it's this. The image shows a simple line drawing of a conversation bubble with a mathematical expression. Okay, fair. Operations inside a speech bubble. There's an algebraic expression that reads ax plus b equals c. Not quite accurately. I mean, it's not. It's a pretty detailed image. I mean, you can't really. The placeholders for variables a, b, c. No real placeholders, but below this expression is a smaller box with similar expression but appears to be slightly different due to the typographical error or intentional variation. The bottom box contains ax squared plus bx plus c with placeholders for the variables and exponents. The overall style of the image suggested is likely educational in nature, possibly used part of a mathematics lesson in algebra. Okay. Expressions and equations. Alright, so what if I said describe the algebraic expression in the image? Text output. The image shows an algebraic expression. There's no numbers involved. It's just an equation. Okay, you're doing math, but it's not. Next, evaluate the expression with parentheses inside it again. So it sees this as the actual thing. 2 plus 3 plus b times 1 minus 0.5. I don't know where you're getting these values from. Is the image not big enough? Okay, what about some notes from a student's session? This might be a little complicated for it, but let's try it out. I feel like it might be a little too complicated for it. Let's see. Of course, I need a bigger model. It's analyzing pretty quickly, so maybe a bigger model won't be too bad. 14B or something. Maybe. Okay. Now we're looking at this image. It's pretty big. Let's see if it'll do anything useful with that. It's got highlights too, which makes it a bit more. Okay. Image contains hand-drawn diagram with various annotations and mathematical expressions. At the top, here's the label distance, simplify, distribute. Okay, so that's too small then. So it thinks, oh, where'd it go? No. Okay, let's try that again. Oh no, there it is. Hello. Okay. Don't change the friggin' thing, yo. Zoom. It's called zoom. Can you zoom? Distribute. So it misread distribute as distance. This is the basic Pythagorean theorem for calculating distance between 2 points. No, it's not. Below this, there are two labels, squares, and expressions. One says 1x. Where? Boxes. Just says 3 square root of x. I don't even see a square root in this whole image. Oh my god, can you not go?
Jagged mirrors crack, they hold my face. A funhouse reflection can't erase this space. The taste of sugar burns as it turns to coal. Every laugh's an echo, every smile a hole. Lights flash and spin, a kaleidoscope of pain. Umbrella made of stars shields me from the
Diagram also includes a set of points labeled X. Set of points, no points. Looks like. Okay. The image appears to be to illustrate a concept in geometry? No. Hardly. There's no geometric figures, but maybe it's confused by all the shapes. I think I might have to be a bit more descriptive. So maybe something simpler. Let's go for something simpler. I mean, this is pretty simple, but also not detailed. Yeah, we do this one. Mixed fractions. It's irrational. Again, it's not gonna understand the shorthand and the words. Describe the math in the image. Okay, I might have to try a bigger model. Okay, so it understands the... Okay. Simple mathematical exercise illustrating how to multiply fractions using the distributive property of multiplication. Let's distributive property, kinda. It's more like the common denominator of division. Okay. That's a good starting point. Now to get the 14b model. Llama, bull, lava, 14b. Okay, what is it called? It doesn't exist, but it does. $13B. Okay. Alright, fair. You high, huh? It's gonna wear out, man. It's gonna wear out. They can't keep pumping it so quick until I'm giving it no breath to move. There's no healthy resistance and support taps here. Drastic movement here, and now even more drastic here. And if this made this volatility, this is gonna make a huge possible downturn. We'll see. Okay, well that's doing its thing. How's the market overall? Interesting. Ooh, it's underneath the gap, but it's not responding up. Interesting. And look at that separation. So many positive volume movements up here, but we're now returning up there, or at least it doesn't look like it. Falling further and further down. Gotta wait for this sucker. 8 gigs. Lava 13B image to text converter. The Olama repository. Set up a server locally, but you do have to have a decent card. My graphics card is 8 gigs, so this is literally probably gonna crash my computer. Hold on, the other one is 4.7 gigs. Then I have like, I mean, it shouldn't. If I crash after I run this, you probably know what happened. So we'll find out. We're gonna F around and find out. because OBS takes graphics. Browsers kind of take a little bit, but it's not a lot. I technically have 60% free GPU. I have 6 gigabytes free, but I do have 16 shared GPU. Maybe. Maybe I can get away with that. I'll have to watch my actual memory flow when I'm doing this model. Dude, this instrument has been on my mind. The shamisen. Ah, the strings. Just mix it with everything. It exists in my dreams. And then pirate music. Perfect. Beautiful.
Heights and circuits come alive. In this neon world we dive. Flickering lights, the code we weave. Whispered secrets that we believe. Wandering through digital skies. Glowing pixels in our eyes. Algorithms in disguise. Where the endless data lies. In the heart of this machine, where the ghosts of the unseen, living dreams in binary, singing songs of circuitry. Patterns dancing through the night. Artificial stars burn bright.
Guys, give it a like.
The voice
Give this stream a like if you enjoy the chill vibes. Spread it around, help me out, you know? I'll keep doing this more often. Just click that like button. You know you want to. Almost done. Oh, I have students later. Much later. What time? Seven. Got it. Alright, so then I changed that to 17B. 13B. Keep the same image. Alright. Yeah. Describe the math in the image. 17B time. Whoa, GPU went from GPU went from 2 gigs to 6.6. If I crash, it was nice knowing you. Oh. Image shows a handwritten note with mathematical equation instruction related to the process of mixing ingredients. Interesting. Multiply each number by 7. No, subtract 2 from the product of number 2. The final mixture should be xg, where x represents the desired amount. I'm not liking that outcome. Alright, what about the previous cases? GPU's pretty hot. Hot dang. Okay, what about this? Image shows a handwritten sketch of mathematical expression and symbols related to trigonometry, algebra, and integration. Not necessarily. There are multiple steps in calculations using the arrows and lines connecting different mathematical operations and concepts. Fair, it understands the lines. 1. Series of trigonometric identities are shown with the angle variable theta. Not necessarily. These include sine. Where do you see sine? There are various algebraic expressions of a trigonometric function, for example, cosine squared. Is right next to the expression cosine 2. There's no cosine, there's no theta. Square root of cube root of 2 does not exist. There are also expressions of square roots such as square root of 2 divided by 2. I'm not sure where it sees the square. Oh, maybe the yellow looks like a square root. Maybe the arrows get it confused. Okay. Bottom right labeled function. An integral shown at the bottom right labeled as indicating that it's a definitive integral. No. Bottom left, there's a series of expansions of no, where each term is multiplied. Appears to be a combination of mathematical concepts and problem solving, likely from someone's work or study notes related to trigonometry, algebra specifically, not really, or advanced mathematics. The use of color coding yellow to highlight certain parts suggests they're important or need attention. That's interesting. Yeah, the 13 model is way better. But still, it's a little bit. It's worth playing around with, but I think I'm done for now. Ending stream. Like and subscribe. Chill with me some more. Office hours, trying on a daily. So catch me doing math, catch me doing markets, catch me doing programming, and ask anything of the above or other things. I'll basically find an answer for you. So